This is a podcast.
That ball is belted. Welcome in Carlos Gomez. Hello. Goodbye.
Oh man, yeah. We rocking now for real. Yeah. BS3 Sports. Okay. Sports news, get it first when you're getting off of work. Even when you're at work, acting like you're working hard when you're hardly working. I'm a maverick like Dirk, getting Franklins like Kirk. Hold up, boy. X-Squad, you don't know them boys? Being talking facts on every topic. Overall, we just talking noise, just being boys. Covering Texas sports in them tall hills. That with the fake pass over to Elliott. Better guard your grills like a car for real. Yeah. Cowboys gonna bring a bowl back, Lord, will it? Yeah. Mavericks gonna bring a ring back with Mark in it. We live sports, we talk sports, we dream sports, we eat sports. The teacher about to teach the course. Welcome to BS3 Sports.
The weekly show.
Gross. Oh man, yeah.
You are tuned in to the BS3 Sports Show. We got a great show planned for today. A lot of great guests. We've got a huge announcement. But we're talking the weekend sports with Tyjun Mack, talking UFC 220 and conference championship games. You already know we got to talk about that. 2 great games coming up tomorrow. Also, we'll be talking NBA with Jonathan J. Bates. We'll have Courtney Harden of the Real Deal podcast on. And we'll be interviewing Andre Balboa about his new EP, Choir Practice. Also, interview with author Edward L. Moore about the book No Excuses When Failure is No Longer an Option. So we got a great show. So glad to be on the air. Got a huge announcement that'll be coming up in a couple of minutes. So we're going to play an intro song by Andre Balboa called Don't Shoot. This is featuring Jay Gibbons. This drops February 19th. New single off of his new upcoming album. Let's go. BS3 Sports Show. I'm excited. Let's go.
I guess I'm just out here preaching to the choir, you know? It is what it is. Yeah. I don't even want to say it. Got me feeling like I'm Amos. God ain't the one to play with. Boy, put away the stainless. I can see it's locked and loaded. Mad at me because I quoted. Those are scriptures, I ain't wrote it. Trying to live a life devoted to a king that was born in the manger. Shots fired, trying to empty out the chamber. Tell me why you're still filled with the anger. Every time that I mention that there's danger, you think I cry wolf, but tell me how you gon' look when the lamb returns as a lion and you realize I ain't lying. Does God please show compassion? That's all I am asking. I read all your commandments and I even watched the Passion. This is prophecy, and every time you take aim, that's mockery. You can think it's all fun and games, but I promise you it ain't comedy. Idolatry, if you trust in anything but his sovereignty. And honestly, your shots at me won't change the fact that he's the king. Don't shoot the messenger, I'm telling ya. 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 Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
I don't know if I can do it, says the man with the plan, with the nail in his hand. Before I understand, man, I had crawled about that ditch and they all started dripping. Plush purple walls bands, who I think they pimpin'. They tryna cut me out, I'm in the hoodie like the village. They all going ham, burglars, purple murder, grimace. Oh man, Abraham, God, man, see to David. Here's 2 green eggs for Sam. Don't throw your pearls to bacon. Now that's a breakfast, rapping with an accent like I hail from Texas. Speaking of Texas, I had 30 minutes, gone in 60 seconds. But I'm gonna be right back, dawg, with that Dr. Seuss flow. So don't hear buy them tickets. And it's Jay giving those space givens. I got $1,000 on my radio, my hit. I'm stacking T and Ben, Franklin's like bowling pins, folding them, then I throw again to the lowest then. Spit a quick written and hit the right one, boom, then reload again. Boy.
Don't shoot the messenger, I'm telling ya. 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 Don't shoot. 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 Don't shoot.
All right, we are live. The BS3 Sports Show. We got my man Tyjun Mack on the line. We're gonna be talking the weekend sports. Quick shout out to the people in the chat room. Shout out to the 47th Problem. Also, Kesey, Mac Farrell. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Yes, that was a Christian rap song. That was by Andre Balboa. He'll be on the show a little bit later on. But man, we got a lot of topics to talk about. We got a huge announcement, which will be coming up. I'll probably wait for a little while. Tyjun already knows what it is, but we'll be getting into that in just a minute. But great weekend sports. A lot of stuff to talk about. How was your week, though, first of all?
Oh, man, my week was great. Work is great. I mean, great week in sports. You know, I got to see some good action this week. Some good teams that played. You know, I can't complain too much. Oh, and then my basketball team played well last night. So yeah, I'm really excited and ready to go.
All right, so Super Bowl picks. We got to talk about this first. What's your picks? First of all, I'm going to say it's been a head scratcher all week. As much as I want to say this was an easy decision, it is not an easy decision. It is not at all. But I think it's gotta be crazy if you have a Vikings/Jaguars Super Bowl. But first of all, my first pick is gonna be the Vikings. I think the Vikings, the role that they're on right now, it's hard to say that a team with Nick Foles can beat them. I just don't see it happening. I do respect the Eagles defense, but I think the buck stops here. When you have momentum is huge in sports. I don't care what anybody says. Momentum is huge in sports. And if they are able to come into this game strong, of course they got to go to Philly, so that's going to be a huge, I think, disadvantage to them. But I think they're going to get the win. So I'm going with the Vikings. On the flip side, I'm going with the Patriots. As much as I want to try to go with the Jaguars, I do think they're a good team. I do think they're playing with house money. It doesn't matter if they're not supposed to be here. None of that matters. I think they're ready to play, but I just don't see them getting past the Patriots. Adversity is what pushes the Patriots to the next level, and they're going through some adversity right now, but I don't see it being an issue. I see the Patriots and the Vikings in the Super Bowl. Go. Who's your pick?
All right. I mean, you know, it's hard to argue against that. You know, you got Tom Brady, who's the best. He's been to 12 AFC championship games, right?
Right.
Something like that, some crazy number. So, you know, it's hard to pick against Tom Brady, man. It's hard to pick against Tom Brady. But I'm going to pick against Tom Brady today. So this is my sentimental pick. Understand, I know it's not logical. But I've been talking about the Jaguars since the beginning of the season. And I said this is my sleeper pick for the Super Bowl. And I am not turning away from them now. It's still my sleeper pick to get to the Super Bowl. I'm running with the Jags. I think that Jags defense is serious. It is not a game. They get pressure with just forward rushing. They rarely blitz. They're solid in pass defense and pass coverage and against the run. This is a team that should be able to eliminate some of the weapons that Tom Brady has. I'm also playing on the fact that Tom Brady has a head injury as well. And so, you know, with that head injury, I think that it could come into play in this game. I'm not sure. We'll see. But the Jags start hitting him throughout the game, then it should take effect. But I just think that the Jaguars has the pass defense to play with this team. And I also think on the flip side that the Jags rushing offense is good enough to control the pace of the game. If Leonard Fournette is healthy, I think if he's back to where he's at, where he was, and we saw him last week at the beginning of the game, how he came out, he was just stomping on the Steelers. If he can come out and be that presence, I think that the Jaguars win a close game. Now, my NFC pick, I'm actually going against you again. I'm going to go with Philly.
No,
right?
Don't say it.
Don't say Philly, it. Right? So, I feel like Case Keenum is the feel-good story this season, along with the Vikings and their defense. It's just everything that the Vikings have went through this year. You know, they've went through 3 quarterbacks. You know, Teddy Bridgewater is now the third-string quarterback on the team. When he started off as a starter, then, you know, Sam Bradford and now Case Keenum. Now Case Keenum is a starter with Bradford backing him up and, you know, and Teddy Bridgewater. So, you know, they dealt with a lot of adversity this entire season. You look at the last game against the Saints, that was like a miracle play. I still don't understand how that happened. Still don't. But you know, they made plays, and I like Minnesota, but I got to go with Philly just because Philly's rushing defense and Philly's rushing defense as well as their offense. Philly is a top 5 team in running the ball. They're going to give you a heavy dose of LeGarrette Blount, and what's the other back that they got from Miami? I can't think of his name right now.
Jay Ajayi.
Yeah, Jay Ajayi. They're going to give you a nice dose of them. You know, and we talk about Nick Foles. Nick Foles don't have to be spectacular. He just doesn't need to turn over the ball. And we've seen him play where he didn't turn over the ball. You can go back a couple years ago where he had that incredible season. He made a Pro Bowl. He had like 2 interceptions on the season and like 20 touchdowns or something like that. So, I mean, there are times where you can simplify this offense for him and just allow him to be a game manager. These are one of the games where he needs to be a game manager. You know, if you put the game in Nick Foles' hands, then, of course, I have to pick the Minnesota Vikings. But I don't think that Philly's going to do that. I think Philly's going to try to control the pace of the game, run the ball, and kind of make this like a smash-mouth football game. They're going to try to play smash-mouth football, and if they do that, I think that they have the advantage.
Okay. All right. I got to give some shout-outs in the chat room. The chat room is buzzing, is active. I love to see it that way. Mac Farrell, Brian, still ATL Strong Hill. I love that name right there. DJ Knox, Mocha Bella, Big L. We got Clutch Talk Sports. Who else we got in the chat room? Appreciate everybody. Kesey. So appreciate everybody for jumping in. So next topic we got to talk about this Tomlin. This fire Mike Tomlin. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. This Mike Tomlin fire him BS. It's a joke. I don't care what anybody says. To me, that's a complete joke. He has not had a losing season. No team. I'm getting a little hype right here. No team is gonna win a Super Bowl every year. Nobody. And the one team that does it more than anybody is the Patriots. That doesn't happen all the time. That doesn't happen every single year. That is kind of unheard of that a team's able to do that. So the fire Mike Tomlin thing. Who else do you have? And I've asked. Anybody out there, you don't think I've asked people? I've asked Steelers fans, who else do you want? Who would be the next person? Who do you want to hire to replace Mike Tomlin? Every single Steeler fan I asked that, they don't have a response. So I'm sorry, you cannot fire him. Leave it like it is. They already let Todd Haley go, which I knew that was going to happen. Him and Big Ben weren't seeing eye to eye, so it is what it is there.
Yeah.
But I got to get your thoughts. What are you thinking about fire Mike Tomlin or keep him?
Yeah, I think it's stupid. Flat out stupid, ridiculous. What are people thinking? Like, I don't. There's no reason you should fire Mike Tomlin. No reason at all. Mike Tomlin has. Basically, the Steelers have been competitive every year with Mike Tomlin. You know, I think they have some player personnel issues. You know, you have the issue with Bell, who wants to be paid like a wide receiver, even though he plays running back. He wants wide receiver money. You know, you have the issue with Martavius Bryant, who's been in and out the lineups all year. You know, and then you have issues with injuries on the defensive side. You know, this is a good team, you know, but they just